Shake up the building and ramble it. Whip it. Shut up the critics and analysts. Come through dripping, I'ma set it off. Game after game, you can bet it off. Quarterback got range if you block them all. Quarterback did an option and set it off. Joe Goose linebacker coming through. Yeah. Hit him with the spin of the Jew. Yeah. We gon' blow your block like a new. Yeah. And I spend a dime every two. We gon' lock down on the offense. Bust down the skeleton fossil. I'm not addressing the problem. Julio on the post, you can't stop him. Pick it up, running back, there's no problem. I'm running behind the block, they gon' block him.
You can get Griffin, big dog. Send me a second.
First opened in 2002.
Receiver.
Here's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment
96
ago.
acceleration, 92 speed, 88, 89, or 90 overall.
As their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Detroit Lions. And that.
No, 825, 20. I'll be back.
Drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nifty footwork at the 40. He's got daylight. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken a first quarter lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And right away, he lost the football. But I believe a Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will.
Roquan making him fumble first play of the game.
That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Detroit! Detroit! Lucky 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And they'll run it here. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
He finds Coleman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. From the shotgun, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And his kick is right through. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Oh!
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. To throw is Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive.
No.
You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now back to throw. And Daniels has it left side. And down he'll go at the 25. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out.
Lucky 56. Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. Uncorks one for Davis. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Come on, let's go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Skirts by him at the 35. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A good pickup there at 22.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Come on, let's go.
On 1st down, Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson.
Oh, my God.
One that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Let's go work. Let's go to work. Tempo, tempo.
Now Wilson on second down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On third down. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
But maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt when the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. Nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Over.
Penny, a first down carry. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The tackle made by Derek Rivers.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31, the 40, the 30, 10, 5, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
On second down, here's Penny. And he stopped immediately there. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. They'll try and throw for it here. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
Gun!
Back to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Looking to throw. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Detroit! 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 Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. It's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And they'll try the ground game.
Oh!
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Third and 2, now Wilson. On the right side, he finds Burnett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And on the ground they go with the running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. And the Lions have recovered.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gun! No, check, Patriot! No, check, Patriot! Gun! Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And Parkey's kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Bust through the tackle. Here he goes left side.
Shit never
Touchdown.
fucking fails.
As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Now Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 35. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 45 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
A lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Wilson. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected for the second week in a...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. Give him 9 yards on the carry there, a good run. And now 2nd and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosion.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Tempo. 14, got it. Gotta go.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Lions have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Rivers in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Leopard! Leopard! Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hot!
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And Parkey's kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So a good snap, good
Everything.
and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit him, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
14, 14, Bonnie. Hey, hey.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Throw left side complete to Burnett. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Detroit getting set to go now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. First, and that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Detroit. 61 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
A handoff to Penny. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Detroit! Detroit!
On play action, they'll throw. Leaves it for Penny. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
The Lions on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw here. And Davis with it left side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Detroit! Detroit!
Again, he'll drop to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll look to throw again. Stepping up, he'll try. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
There we go.
The Redskins have it. They do.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The Redskins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
Oh, my gosh.
Be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Looking to throw. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and they get jarred and loose. It's incomplete.
That was very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup.
And this is caught for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Parkey with the extra point. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. Yeah, this will be recovered by the Redskins, and that should just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
I pass it deep and I rate it. We act a fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Vegas. Bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me. Bet on my bacon. Big it flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas. Head back to my old ways. Have a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'm gonna need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can. Yeah. Super fly for the Dumbos, plenty slides I can shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, but the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'm a stab, no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with a beat. Dripping from the. No, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. The Ferragamo stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matte back, liquor clean. Dead places in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Pictures thinner than a penny hoe.
You're gonna empty your pockets. I don't do that. In my prison, you do what I tell you. Get over here. He's gonna get this.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.